And our second main topic today gets submitted to us by Roger Andre Vie Hansen, who writes, so, the trailer for the Hawkeye series just released, and to me, this looks very different than the other Marvel Plus shows. It's got a comedic Christmas holiday movie vibe, almost like a mix between Home Alone and Die Hard. What did you think about it? And keep on the filthy. All right, thanks a lot for sending that in, Roger. And yes, yesterday, or the other day, the Hawkeye trailer dropped. A lot of people have been looking forward to this. Its release date is coming up pretty soon. Of course, I am a big fan of Jeremy Renner. I like Jeremy Renner very much. As a matter of fact, let me see if I can, I'm not sure if I can, but I'm going to try to bring this up. Oh, yeah, there he is. So this was, of course, back when me and Jeremy Renner were trying to vie. Let me see if I can get this down here. Yeah, this is when me and Jeremy Renner were both trying to get the Hawkeye. He and I were both out for Hawkeye, and it came down to me and Jeremy Renner. And they eventually went with Jeremy Renner. So there you go. But anyway, I like Jeremy Renner very much. I like the Hawkeye character very much. But, I have said for a long time that I am not actually all that interested. While I love Black Widow as a character in the MCU, and I love Hawkeye as a character in the MCU, I have traditionally never been all that bullish or big on the idea of seeing standalone Black Widow movie or TV show, or a standalone Hawkeye movie or TV show, to be honest with you. Black Widow came out. It was good. I like Black Widow. It wasn't great. It had some big glaring problems to me, but I liked it. I enjoyed it. And, I kind of expect that I'll like Hawkeye as well. So, the trailer comes out. And when it does, before I had a chance to see it, a whole bunch of people are online, and I'm reading a lot of people who follow me on Twitter right there writing, oh my God, this Hawkeye trailer, it's so great. Woo! This Hawkeye trailer is amazing. And I'm seeing all these people loving this Hawkeye trailer. I'm like, all right, let's load this up. And I watched it. I thought it was absolute crap. I thought this trailer was absolute crap. Now, don't get me wrong. I am not saying the show is going to be crap. I'm not saying that at all. Not in the least. I still believe I'm going to like the show. But I thought the trailer was horrendous. And I know everybody else loves it. Everybody else loves it. But I'll tell you the two main reasons why I really did not like this trailer. Other than Rogers the Musical. That I will watch. Everything else about the Hawkeye series could be terrible. I don't care. I will watch it just to see whatever segments there are of Rogers the Musical. That aside, Rob, here's the facts. All right. This trailer, and I mentioned this on Twitter, is the manifestation of all the misplaced, personally, I think, without credence, criticisms that a lot of hardcore DC fans have made about Marvel movies in the past. I think they've been misplaced criticisms, but all these criticisms that DC fans have made about Marvel, they're just for children. They're just nothing but yuck, 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 joke, blah, blah, blah. All that kind of stuff, which I completely reject that. I don't agree with that whatsoever. But I'm watching this trailer. I'm like, it feels to me like somebody at Disney went, hey, here are all these criticisms these DC fans have made about movie stuff. Let's just make a trailer that is all of that. That's what this trailer was. It was the physical manifestation of all the criticisms that DC fans have made about Marvel films over the years. It's like, well, there you go. That's what this is. And the other thing that didn't sit right with me about the trailer is that you have this character, Hawkeye, who has been through 5 years of being in a very, very dark place. 5 years of being in a very, very dark place. Did a lot of nasty things. And then even coming out of Endgame, he not only lost his best friend, he had to be there and watch her die, knowing that she died specifically because she needed him to live. And we go from that to, woo, everybody, it's Christmas. I'm so happy, go lucky, ya la 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 la. And it just for me felt like too rapid, Rob, too rapid of a change of gears going from what we've seen Hawkeye as for the last number of years in the MCU. And all of a sudden, he's the Hallmark Christmas movie of the week, happy daddy, woo, woo, woo. And I don't know. So look, I am sure I'm going to like this show. I'm sure I'm going to like this show. All right, so let's just be clear on that. I have very, very high confidence that I'm going to like this show. I love Jeremy Renner. I really like Haley Steinfeld. I've been getting more and more into Haley Steinfeld for years. I think she's actually really entertaining and fun to watch, and I'm sure I'm going to like this show. But I don't care if this makes me the only person on the Hate Hawkeye trailer island. I will be the mayor of that island. I will be its lone citizen. I will be the island doctor. I will be the island postmaster. I'll be the only guy that lives on that island. That's fine, because I know all of you love this trailer. I thought the trailer was terrible, but that's just me. Anyway, Rob, you had a chance to see this trailer. What did you think about it?
Well, I loved it. And I think, first of all, I just want to address the criticism. What sent Hawkeye off on his dark path was having his entire family erased before his eyes.
Yes, and now he's got it back.
And he was fighting crime. I mean, he was just being unrelenting about it. So, I would say that having his family back is a good thing. But on the other hand, he's part of what's happening in this is, first of all, it's not a direct adaptation, but it's an adaptation of Matt Faction and David Aja's run on Hawkeye, which is a great run. And not the introduction, but having Kate Bishop being introduced to the MCU, great character. And there's a lot of stuff that's right out of that Matt Faction run that we see in this. And the low-level Russian sweatsuit brigade, the bro, they all call each other bro. They're obviously in this, going after Hawkeye for what he did during the 5 years of the blip. There was so much in here that I just thought was delicious from a comic book standpoint. I mean, once again, Marvel is taking their cues from great runs in their comic history, which I've always thought that was a very smart way to go. And I just thought this looked like it's a combination of, like you said, whether it's planes, trains, and automobiles trying to get home to mom or your family, and then there's Die Hard, and there's the Long Kiss Goodnight, and there's all kinds of stuff in this film. And you've got Kate Bishop, who clearly they're building their Young Avengers team slowly but surely. And I thought everything about this looked like it was a delightful change of pace for everything that we've seen, and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And it felt more like we don't see, other than the fact that they're great archers, we don't see superpowers, we don't see visual effects. It's very much set in the quote unquote real world, and I really like that. I was very excited by this. So like you said, you'll probably end up really liking the show. I think it looked great to me.
Yeah, I think it looks terrible, but I am convinced I'm going to like the show. I will say one other thing that I think is a positive here, besides the Rogers the musical. The other thing I'll say that I think is a real strong positive for it is this. Even though I didn't like the trailer, you got to give it this. The person who wrote in the question mentioned it. Rob, you mentioned it too. One of the things the MCU has done so exceedingly well lately is making every one of their projects feel like completely being unique from the previous project.
Yep.
WandaVision was nothing like Falcon and the Winter Soldier, which was nothing like Loki, which was nothing like Black Widow, which is nothing like Shang-Chi. And this, again, whether I like the trailer or not is irrelevant. This, again, was a trailer that this is nothing we've seen in the MCU before. This stands totally unique And maybe that's been like a really guiding principle that Kevin Feige has been implementing lately. And if so, it makes sense because you watch this trailer does not feel anything like a Doctor Strange trailer would feel like. This doesn't feel anything like a Thor trailer would feel like, or a Captain America trailer, or a Captain Marvel trailer, or whatever She-Hulk trailer will look like, or whatever WandaVision put out. This feels completely different and completely unique within the MCU. And how they continue to do that and not make one feel just like another thing before it is interesting. And who knows, maybe making something as absurd as this trailer is what you need to do that. But even I got to say they did it. This is again a complete breath of fresh air. This is a completely unique thing. This is Marvel trying to stay original within their own world. And somehow, even after 28, 29 properties now, if you count movies and TV shows, Rob, they continue to find ways to make it feel completely different and unique from the previous stuff. And even I, as somebody who's not really a fan of the trailer, and I'm sure I'll like the show, but even I got to say, hats off to that. It's a unique approach. It made it feel different. And I feel like now, Rob, when I watch this show, I'm going to get something different than I've gotten in any other MCU thing before. And, all credit to it for that. So I may not have liked the trailer, but it did do some things right for me. So yeah, there you go. Anyway, guys, the question is for you. Oh, I don't even have to. I know all you guys like the trailer. I know. I'll be the only objective one on the island. That's fine. But honestly, guys, how did you feel about this trailer? And how much are you looking forward to the show coming out? Jump on down into the comments section below and let me know your thoughts.